Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Something different for me today. This, I'm not sure what to call it. It says Lost Planet on there. It's a mech and a tiny pilot and a tiny bike. Really small, as you can see. It's about the size of my thumb from the joint down to the nail. So about a little over an inch, or around about an inch. Quite cool looking. There are 8 apparently, looking on the back. I have bought 4 of them, and if I do like it I may purchase the other 4 too. So let's crack this open and have a look and see what it's like. I mean, looking on the box at the moment, it looks like you can combine them to make a bigger mech, or if you look in the bottom corner, like you can make a spaceship or something. I'm not sure if that's a different thing or you can combine them or what. There is not much English on here at all, apart from Lost Planet, Power Armour, and recommended for ages 8 and up. I wonder if there are instructions inside, and they're made from ABS plastic. So let me have a see. Let's get this tape off the side here. Hopefully without damaging the box, because I don't know about you, I like to keep my boxes, generally speaking. Oh, and the tape's ripping the wrong way. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, tape is off. Box ripped a little bit. Let's get this out. I do see some instructions in the bottom. They just dropped out. Nothing else in there. Some instructions first, and they have maneuver mode, which is the mech. No, different. What's maneuver mode? I am confused. Okay, the pilot does go in, and something called maneuver mode, which I'm not sure what that is yet. There's mech mode, which we know. You can see the mech ride and hangar mode. Okay, and you can store them inside a little container that comes with them there too. Have a look. We'll look at this side. Integrate mode. So yes, it can become part of a bigger mech or a spaceship by looking at the back there. So it looks pretty damn cool there and also there. So I'm not sure if I can work all that out without having the English instructions, but it does look pretty damn good. I'm loving the look of that. Okay, so let's see, this tape as well, yep, which is a good thing. You don't want to lose your little tiny parts, but also a bit difficult to get the tape off. Okay. It's taped on one side or two sides, but that still should come out, maybe. There we go. So let's take out this box container thing first. Hinges I can see. Okay, so hinges there, opens up. No more hinges. What's this? Does this move? There appears to be some sort of movement there. Goes down that way because that's a flat patternless, so that'll be the base there. Let's move this out of the way so you can see. Okay. This part, there is some movement, but I'm not sure if it's meant to move. I'm just forcing it. Let me have a look in the instructions. Not that I can see, but it's nicely sculpted, and there seems to be a little hole in that insert there to maybe keep it in place. I'm not sure, and it's quite a firm. You heard a click shut as well, and yeah, that is good quality, to be fair. And this was rather inexpensive, but it is tiny. So okay, then we have the mech itself. Oh, this is beautiful, man. Tiny little mech here. Let's have a look at him first. I've always put him down. Let's get his arms up, holding his gun. Okay, so he is now down. You can get a look there, and he is about 1.5 to 2 inches. Good if you like tabletop wargaming, I guess. He has got a bit of just a spur from reduction, like a raised knuckle, which I'm not sure you can see there. Holds the gun, which it can change. He has these shoulder guns. How do they work? I'm not sure because they're facing the wrong direction. I'll look in the instructions again in a moment. And the mech, how does that open up? Okay. Very stiff. And it goes down inside so the pilot can fit in there. I'm going to consult the instructions again in a moment. So the arms, that comes off anyway. Swivel at the shoulder. You have a bicep joint, which is a double bicep joint. So you can get really, really nice 90 degrees there, which is quite nice. You can do 90 this way, or you can do 90 that way. So that's really quite good. I'm not sure why these were put in this way up. I will look in the instructions in a moment. Okay, so in fact I'll take that out again. Hips, he can get like a full splits going on if these guns aren't in the way, pretty much. So that's really quite flexible because it's got a ball joint in there. Knees are a single joint, and ankles are a single joint, but there's no left and right on the ankles. Oh, I'll tell a lie, there is a left and right on the ankles. That is amazing for something of this size, this tiny scale. No left and right on the waist, but we can forgive that because it is actually pretty damn awesome. Okay, let me just consult the instructions again about these guns, whether I've got to change them around or what they actually do. And it doesn't actually tell you or show you what the guns do. I have to figure that out myself, apparently. Okay, so I would be tempted to put them the other way around, but then they can't stow so nicely, or can they? No. But then you do get the shoulder cannons like this, which is pretty awesome as well. And if you don't put them in so tight, you can get a flat angle, which is pretty cool. Now you can see some tiny screws for the shoulders, but you won't mind about that so much. Quite good. I do like that. Yeah, that is really quite nice. Let's stand them up. You can get a look at him and then look at that. How's he going to fit in there? He has to be quite... Okay, you fold him up, stick him in. There is a hole in his back which you can stow one of the guns, I would believe, and also that would go to the pin in here to keep them in place. Yeah, that wouldn't be that hard, but the guns have to be off or the other way around. So let's swap them back again to this configuration here, which kind of doesn't make sense because I'm not sure what the guns will do. Shoot behind him? Maybe. Who knows? I'm not sure if it actually fit with the guns in, if I'm honest too. I think that won't. Okay, so I'll take them off for now and see. Let's take his gun out of his hand. How small do we need him to go? Maybe like that. Then his arms are like what? I'm not quite sure how his arms are going to go. Maybe that way. Let's have a look. How do we fold him up according to this? How does that happen? Okay, so his arms will go behind somehow, and they go down, or let me see, down at the moment. Then this one will go back here to that sort, but that goes lower. Okay, so he's doing like a squat position basically. That is what it's looking like. And his hands need to be that way around apparently. Okay. Okay, well it looks small enough to fit in there. In fact, it will fit in there. I'm not sure if this is quite right. No, and get them smaller again somehow. How do I get them smaller? There's not much smaller I can make this, if I'm honest. Now that I didn't see. Now, if you look underneath, there is a little notch and a little lip on the feet, and the feet will go into the notch. So now it's very tight. I still feel the hands stick out too much. So I am missing something with the arms. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to take them. Now I see. That's why there's a double bicep joint, because now that will fit. Okay, that will fit in there. And will that fit into the actual... Okay, so now my little mech is inside the container. That is rather groovy. So it can come out. Okay, I'm loving that. Really, really nice. Okay, let's leave them like that for now. But can I attach the guns to here anywhere? There are attachments you can see here which will attach to something and something else. Maybe there's another part I have to buy. These won't actually attach to that, as far as I can tell. But maybe there is one of the other parts will attach later, we'll see. Okay, also included, we have this tiny little man here. Now he's tiny, so even like that, you know, the mech's taller than him. If he doesn't stand up, I'll forgive him. His legs, his hips are on a slight ball, and at the moment he's leaning like he's drunk. I think that's more to do with a spur on his hip, which I can see, which means it's difficult to get his hip straight. Also, it's going to be very easy to dislocate his kneecaps, which is a issue. Okay, so it'll be quite hard to stand up. Okay, he's standing up now. Let's put him there. See him with this background, or the white background. Hands aren't made to hold weapons, but this small, you wouldn't expect it, and you'd lose the weapons anyway. Also, we have, I'm not sure, antenna, big cannons, rockets as well. They're not firing rockets. There's no spring mechanism that I've seen thus far, unless I've missed it. Okay, what else? Just by here, you can see that the gun should fit. Yeah, it will fit in his back there. Okay, we have, which looks like 2 more weapons of some description. Yeah, they look kind of cool. Have a quick look on there, how they go anywhere in particular. It looks like they go at the back facing that way. Okay, let me put them back into mech mode quickly and see. So get these feet notches out, legs down, knees straighter. Okay, good. Arms out. This is really a marvel of engineering for this size as well. Make sure you can stand quite straight and look proud. Okay, so then these go in the side notches, side holes here and here. And they go up with this thing facing forwards. So it's going to be that one or that one. How high are they supposed to go? Okay, so the middle one goes in there. So apparently, okay, so like that. Can't go very tight because the moulding gets in the way. I'm not quite sure what that is supposed to be on the back there. Some sort of electrical arc thing, who knows? Let's get this a bit straighter, but it is rather nice. So I'm still unsure what these things are for and what these ones are for. It doesn't seem to show me at the moment. Ah, now I see something that's really cool. Okay, let's just go back to that in a second. Okay, that comes off, which I'll look at, and looks like it opens as well somehow. This is like amazing details. Okay, so what's going on about is that inside here, we can fit weapons in the doors apparently. So when he goes inside, I can put the, how's that going to work? The long things like this can fit in here. Okay, that's groovy. I like that. So now I've got the two long guns are stored there. His gun like this somehow, they say goes at the back. That can't fit at the back though, so I'm not sure how they've worked that out at the moment. So they're saying go in there, but it can't go in there because it doesn't secure against anything unless I've missed that. This does come off, that's why there was movement, and it does swivel as well on both sides. I'm not quite sure what that purpose is for at the moment. Have another look. Seem to be for connecting more to each other, and also for making like the ships and the maybe the giant robot thing. I'm not sure. But that is rather cool. Maybe these guns are for the ship, and those have to be for the ship or the robot because they're just too big for that. I'm going to stick that in there, look rather ridiculous. Look on the back of the side of the box, can't see them there. And we also have one more thing in the box which is rather nice and tiny. Two more things. We have this bike on and a little stand for it. And yes, the bike does come off. Oh, that's just beautiful. And quite rubbery tires, not the hard plastic. And I would imagine that they've made him so he can ride that too. They've really put their thought. There is even an elbow bend in a toy this small. But bear in mind, the elbows are huge in comparison to the rest of him, just so he can get that bend in. Okay, let's try and fit him on. I think he rides this almost Tron fashion. Or superbike fashion, yeah, it's got the actual parts where his knees bend and go. Hands, let's go forward a little bit. We'll do this first and try and stick him in the mech a little bit later. Okay, so he's there. Okay, that's not bad. Can you see that? Considering the scale, I'll stick him there. Maybe put a dark background behind you can see, and the wheels do turn. That is pretty damn impressive. Okay, now I've got to see about fitting him inside the mech. It just says put him inside. It looks like he goes in standing, which he may fit because it does go quite deep, and it'll make it a lot easier if it is. So let's open up the mech. And let's see if he'll fit. I think he'll fit quite easily actually, looking at that. Yeah. Does the window open at all? Oh, the window is sealed shut. Right, let's give his mech its gun again. The gun can also go in the back there for storage if need be. This is one awesome little toy. Let me just stand up properly. You know, great posability. You know, great articulation on there. The features are awesome. You get this little storage part. Some of the guns can go inside. The mech can go inside. It's well thought out, well made. But I've just realised something. If the guns go inside like this, you can't actually close the doors because they overlap with the base, and they can't go any other way unless no, that only goes that way, which is kind of intriguing. I'll look at that again in a second. But yeah, this toy is pretty awesome. You get the mech, the bike, the rider, the stand for the bike, the pilot, you get the weapon, whatever these things are, these other gun things, these parts for something else in the future. I need to get some of those, rid of some of those plastic spurs from that. And you get this awesome container for it. Looking at that again, the weapon's inside, and if the doors can close. Now they are suggesting that they, okay. So there should be 2 and 1. Okay, so it looks like it can close. I now know what I mean by where that gun goes. So this should go in the lower one. Over here, but that's going to interfere still. So how does that fit? It can't go in the higher one, or can it? So it can't be the higher one because even though it closes, you don't have a higher one on the opposite side. So you can't put the other one in. And in the diagram, it shows that this weapon goes in the higher one, or the front one, which is the higher one, and that one goes in the back one. And it also shows the weapon going this way, which would make no sense. Even the weapon like this is going to stop it from closing, unless you do it from the actual handle. And I'm not sure if that would fit. Yeah, so the handle would fit, but then these won't fit on the other ones. So I'm not sure why that is. It could be design flaw. Maybe I'm just following the instructions wrong, or maybe now I can see there is a hole here and a tiny peg there. If it fits that way, then I'll know the reason why. Will it fit? I'm thinking it will. Look at that, so cleverly designed, absolutely awesome. Let me stick this in and show you. So you can see inside the doors, you have one here and other one here. Then the gun can fit in, and they're saying that way, but it won't actually fit that way. And I'm not doing that one wrong, I'm sure. You have to go from the handle to make it fit, I think. Okay, and then the doors will still close. I'm not sure if the mech will go in there with the things in the back. I think they won't, because they interfere with the actual posing of the mech when it goes into its little shutdown mode. So one foot in, or its storage mode I should say, next foot in. Okay. These come around the back. Masted inside is okay still. Okay, let's get that way on. That way, okay, that's tight enough now. Arms up higher. Oh, will you look at that? It closes even with the mech and the guns all stored. That is really awful. And the mech is on the little peg inside there now, so he's quite firm. This is a really, really, really awesome, well thought out toy. I love it. I love it. So I will be reviewing another one of these in a little while. That's a long review. Next one should be quicker. This is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back very shortly with more reviews of this line for you guys to enjoy. Okay, take care, stay happy and keep collecting. Okay, bye-bye.